Juliet. I was Country 18 Lover. I am here with another book haul in my bag. I just came back from the second to last day of the library book sale. So I thought I'd do a video, and I might be going back tomorrow, which is the last day, so I might have another book haul soon. But I just thought I'd do these for now, since I have like 6 books, so just go with the top ones. And I'm really excited about this one. I have one of her books on my Kindle, but I haven't read it yet, and I've not read anything from her. But this is book 1 of like the companion series. I think the first series is, it said, the Farseer trilogy is the first series, and I think this is like the companion series. But this is book 1 of the Tawny Man, called Fool's Errand by Robin Hobb. And it's the mass print paperback, but it's like the kind of floppy ones that feels really nice when you hold it, which these ones I don't really mind. And it's really not all that big either. It has that like 80s fantasy cover. And seen this around BookTube some. I know she's a really like some booktubers call her like the queen of fantasy, or but I haven't read anything by her, which yes, I know, shocking, but I do now own 2 of her books. Not sure which one I own on my Kindle. It might be this one, but I don't think it is. It has a different cover anyway. But yeah, I don't even know if they're in the same series. But this is obviously book 1, and it says, Fool's Errand lives up to the legacy of the Farseer trilogy. So this does come after the Farseer trilogy. And it's book 1, and the main character is a Farseer. Which I don't know what the Farseer is. But anyway, the main character, Fitz Cavalier Farseer. I guess that's his last name. This takes place 15 years after the Farseer trilogy, from the sounds of it. I think these are adult fantasy. I think she writes adult fantasy. She might write young adult fantasy, but I believe, if I'm correct, that these are adult fantasy. J.R.R. Martin says Robin Hobb's books are diamonds in a sea of zircons. Anyway, so I've heard really good things about Robin Hobb and her books, and this one's like in perfect condition, so I really like the cover. There's a wolf right there. And of course, if there are horses on a cover, I'm most likely going to pick it up. Next I think this was on my Goodreads to read list, or it just has the same cover as one. I know it has, I think it's the same cover as the Finding Cinderella novella, but I could be wrong. But it's Irresistible, and it looks like this beautiful cover. It's yellow, it's so pretty. but it's really, really thin. And this is by Liz Banks. And these books were all 25% off. Tomorrow there'll be 50% off. And it's just red. And this is takes place in the summer. Main girl name is Mia. She works at a country club for the summer. She doesn't expect to have any funds, but then she meets a guy, two guys, and it says it's filled with romance, humor, and an unforgettable bad boy. Which, if there's a bad boy in it, that's gonna pick it out most likely. And the cover's so pretty. So, other than that, I don't know what it's about. Next, this is advanced uncorrected proof. And this one I took from the library, I guess it was a few years ago, and I had other books at the time as well. And so I started it, but I never finished it before I had to return it, and then I just never took it out again. And I own the second one. I lent it to my sister, and she said she gave it back to me, but she didn't, so I have no idea where it is. But I do want to retry this, because I didn't make it very far the first time, so I want to reread it. And even though it's not a finished copy, it's just a proof. I thought, it's there, it's cheap. If I love it, I'll get the finished copy, or if I find the finished copy somewhere, I'll get it. But it's a nice floppy paperback, and that is Aeon, Dragon Eye Reborn. And it's a different cover than the one I'm used to. And it's by Alice Goodman, and I love how floppy it is. It's amazing. But this is, I think everyone knows what this is about. It's been out for a while, and it's like a Mulan retelling, and I think it's a duology. I don't know of a third one. And it's about dragon eyes and a boy named Aeon, and he has a bum leg, and he's crippled, and he has a secret, and it turns out he's a girl named Iana, and girls can't be dragon eyes, but she'll risk everything to become a dragon eye, whether she's a girl or not, and of course her secret will be discovered, and yeah. Other than that, I know nothing. Next, I have another one, which is another uncorrected proof, but one that I've been really wanting to read because I've heard a ton about it. Not so much recently, but it's been really popular and people seem to love it on BookTube. I've been wanting to read it for a while. So that is The Orphan Queen by Jodi Meadows. And of course it's out now. Came out last year. May of last year, so. Again, if I like this, I will get a finished copy or wait until I find one. But I've been wanting to read this, so I thought it was just, I don't know how, I've never read uncorrected proof before, so I don't know how many how different they are than the finished copies, and how many if they have a bunch of mistakes and stuff. So we'll see. I know it's about princess, a spy, a threat. I think, well, she's obviously an orphan, and then I think it's, well, it's fantasy, and I think it's kind of like most young adult fantasies where there's an orphan, and she's like either spy or assassin, and she just later discovers that she is either a princess or a queen of a land, and yeah, she's the princess of the Indigo Kingdom, and she goes with her best friend to spy on another kingdom, and I'm guessing she meets a guy that says anything, but there's magic and all sorts of cool stuff, so I'm excited to read this one. Next, I have 2 more books. This one I actually got for my sister because she read this. I don't think she owns it. I think she took it from the library. But anyway, she read it, and it's one of her favorite books. She loves it. She gave it to my older sister in California to read for Christmas, because she said she just loves it. So I might read it. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. It looks like a fantasy book. But either way, even if she doesn't have it, she loves it so much. Even if she does have it, she loves it so much that she'll probably be thrilled to have a copy. But anyway, so I thought maybe I would try reading it since she liked it so much. But that is Cat's Eye by Margaret Atwood. It looks like this. And yeah, I have no idea what it's about. It looks like fantasy, but I don't think it is from what she said. But I don't know. So yeah, there's that. And then the last book I almost got last time, but I've never heard of it before. I have heard of The Horse before, but I hadn't heard of the book. But anyway, I love this cover so much. It's so freaking gorgeous. But it's Road by Thomas Fox Averill. I think that's how I say it. And it's just like that. It's about this famous, I think he was a Mustang. I'm not sure. But a famous horse that, a stallion that nobody could ride until this one guy, rode him or hopped on him, and then they just bonded and had a bunch of adventures together. And there are a bunch of country songs about him, and he's called the Tennessee Stud, but his actual name was, where is it? Joe. Or at least that's what the owner called him. So I'm looking forward to reading this at some point. I don't know when. It's not like high up there on my priority list, but I love the cover. Oh my goodness, he's so gorgeous. But yeah. It makes me want to ride so bad. Which I am going to soon. I need to go muck out now. But yes, I have horses, and anything that has horses on the cover or is related to horses, I usually will pick up. So, anyway, that's all I have now. I might have a video to do tomorrow, so we will see. Until then, bye.